6:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is a news edited by Lal Malavarachi and read by J. Yogaraj. First headlines. The Foreign Ministry believes that majority of votes at the UN Human Rights Council will be received in favour of Sri Lanka. The report of the Cabinet Subcommittee appointed to study the recommendations of the Presidential Commission of Inquiry on Easter Sunday attack will be handed over to President on 15th of March. Work on Sri Lanka's first LNG power plant to begin today. Health authorities advised to seek immediate medical attention if fever persists 2 days after receiving the vaccine. Coronavirus death toll climbs to 489. In world news, tsunami warnings raised after a series of quakes in New Zealand. And those are the headlines. Britain, Germany and Canada have submitted a joint resolution against Sri Lanka to the Human Rights Commission in Geneva. It is reported that the relevant election will be held on March 19. A copy of the resolution has already been received by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Foreign Affairs Minister Dinesh Gunawardena stated that the co-sponsorship resolution does not include certain aspects of the recent report submitted by Human Rights Commissioner Michelle Bachelet. Of the 193 countries represented by the United Nations, only 47 have the right to vote at the Geneva Human Rights Commission. The Minister of Foreign Affairs stated that the discussion has already commenced to obtain a vote in favour of Sri Lanka in the resolution against Sri Lanka, and that he has strong faith in India as well. So far, 21 countries have expressed their support for Sri Lanka. The Foreign Ministry believes that majority of votes will be received in favour of Sri Lanka. The report of the committee or subcommittee appointed to study the recommendations of the Presidential Commission of Inquiry appointed to probe the 2019 April 21st Easter Sunday attack is scheduled to be handed over to President Gotabaya Rajapaksa on the 15th of March. The committee convened for the third day on Wednesday, Attorney-at-Law Hari Gupta says. Wide-ranging discussions were held on how to implement the recommendations of the final report of the Presidential Commission. Attorney-at-Law Hari Gupta Rohanadira further headed. Several senior police officers also attended the committee meeting held at the Ministry of Home Affairs under the patronage of Minister Chamal Rajapaksa, who heads the Cabinet Subcommittee. Construction of the Sri Lanka's first liquefied natural gas power plant will commence today. The project will get underway under the patronage of Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa in Kerawalapitiya, Battala. The power plant will add 300 megawatts to the national grid. The Ministry of Power says the most efficient F-class gas turbine installed in a power plant in the country will be installed at the Kerawalapitiya plant. The Kerawalapitiya power plant is a dual-cycle power plant and will be completed in 2 phases. The installation of the first phase, or gas turbine, will generate 220 megawatts, which will be completed within 21 months and added to the national power grid. The second phase will add another 130 megawatt to the national grid via a steam turbine expected to be completed in 12 months. Addressing a media briefing yesterday, Subject Minister Dalasala Peruma charged that a new power plant was initiated in the country since 2013, terming it a tragedy. Minister Ala Peruma stated that talks to commence on LNG power plant commenced 10 years ago, yet was delayed due to various reasons. This news comes to you from Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
The Speed Investment Plan from Sri Lanka Insurance. Give a high five to life.
Sri Lanka has reported 5 more coronavirus-related deaths, the Director General of Health Services confirmed yesterday. As per the Department of Government information, 1 male patient and 4 female patients are among the victims. The new deaths bring the number of COVID-19 COVID-related deaths witnessed in Sri Lanka to 489 in total. Meanwhile, Sri Lanka has registered 147 more positive cases of COVID-19 yesterday. Thereby, Sri Lanka has detected 351 new positive cases of COVID-19 within the day. As per statistics, the total number of COVID-19 infections confirmed so far in the country now stands at 84,577. Recoveries from the virus, meanwhile, climbed to 80,836 earlier today, as 399 more patients regained health. However, 3,257 active cases are still under medical care at selected hospitals and treatment centres located across the island. Deputy Director General of Health Services Dr. Himanth urges the public to seek immediate medical attention if fever persists 2 days after receiving the Covishield vaccine. He was speaking at a media briefing in Colombo yesterday in response to a question raised by a journalist regarding the death of 2 persons 2 days after receiving the vaccine. He has made this request as dengue fever is also prevalent in the country these days. Lasting fever may also be a symptom of dengue and rat fever. And that was local news.
Introducing Speed Investment with Sri Lanka Insurance, the only insurance policy that increases your sum assured by 5% every year for the same premium amount. You also get a bonus payment at maturity. What better plan to have when you can invest now and relax later? The Speed Investment Plan from Sri Lanka Insurance. Give a high five to life. Sri Lanka Insurance. Like a father, like a mother.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Vidamahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa has instructed the Department of Hindu Religious and Cultural Affairs to take necessary measures to hold the Mahasivaratri Day on next Thursday in a grand scale. The Prime Minister's office said the Prime Minister has given instruction in his capacity as the Minister in charge of the subject. Special Hindu religious rituals have been planned to be held at divisional secretariat zones where there are more Hindus, and financial assistance will be provided for the selected Kovils. And that came to you in Top News.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
In Watchlight, people in Lunakambehara complain that about 1,500 families in and around Lunakambehara area lack drinking water facilities. The residents of 8, 9 and 19 colonies are undergoing a severe drinking water shortage now. The Water Supply Board has supplied pipe-borne water, but as there is no enough pressure in the pipelines, the residents do not get enough water. They asked the Hambantota District Coordinating Committee to supply water from Bowsers. And that came to you in Watchlight.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Tsunami warnings raised after series of quakes in New Zealand. Italy blocks AstraZeneca vaccine shipment to Australia. Over 900 million tons of food is thrown away every year. And those are the headlines. New Zealanders have been told to move away from the coastal areas of the North Island after 3 powerful earthquakes shook the region. The National Emergency Agency warned of a tsunami threat with unpredictable surges expected along the east coast. There were reports of a chaos in some towns as hundreds of people tried to reach higher ground. The South Pacific regional islands such as New Caledonia and Vanuatu have also been warned to prepare for dangerous waves. The Italian government has blocked the export of Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine shipment to Australia. The decision affects 250,000 doses of the vaccine produced at an AstraZeneca facility in Italy. Italy is the first EU country to use the bloc's new regulations, allowing exports to be stopped if the company providing the vaccines has failed to meet its obligations to the EU. More than 900 million tons of food is thrown away every year, according to a global report. The UN Environment Programme's Food Waste Index revealed that 17% of the food available to consumers is in shops, households and restaurants goes directly into the bin. Some 60% of that waste is in the home. And that came to you in World News. Up next is Development News.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Development News is brought to you by Navia along with CIB from 1st to 15th March. Valuable gifts for every bill payment. Our products, our place. CIB.
About 120,000 acres of land will be cultivated with paddy in Ampara district during the coming Yala season, including 24,010 acres in the Galloya, Right Banks Channel areas on March 20th. District Secretary DML Bandaranaike held a discussion in this regard at the Akkarepattu Divisional Secretariat on Tuesday. And that's Development News.
Development News was brought to you by Navia along with CIB from 1st to 15th March. Valuable gifts for every bill payment. Our products, our place. CIB.
In sports, Army Sports Club and Air Force Sports Club qualified in play in the women's final. Bitulink Group Sports Club, Kurnagala and CEB entered the men's final of the Munchie Super League Volleyball Championship after the completion of the semi-final matches worked off at the Dadal Volleyball House in Gaul. In the women's semi-finals, Air Force Sports Club defeated Navy Sports Club 25-20, 25-22, 20-25, 25-1, while Army Sports Club had the better of Hyderabad 25-14, 21-25, 32-20 and 25-23.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply. Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Laksapana Batteries PLC is entering the renewable energy business. The company has stated its intentions to invest over 1 billion rupees in generating renewable energy from rooftop solar projects. To fund the investment, the company proposes raising 540 million rupees by way of a rights issue and also intends to lock in long-term debt to benefit from the prevailing low interest rate regime. And that's Business News.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money. Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down. Everything is sorted. Why? I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Governor of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, Professor W.D. Lakshman, says Sri Lankan economy is still recovering from the downturn caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. In such a situation, it is important to take the economy out of a COVID-19 pandemic situation and subsequently work towards the growth of the economy and investment promotion. And that's economic news.
Congratulations on your promotion. Heard you gave a treat for everyone in your department yesterday.
Yeah.
When will be our treat, huh?
Well, how about today?
Oh no, I was just joking. We'll have a party with your new salary.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
In weather report, the Met Department says prevailing dry weather conditions are expected to change from tomorrow, and there is a high possibility for showers or thunder showers over most parts of the island. Several spells of showers will occur in eastern and Uva provinces and in Hambantota and Polonnaruwa districts, and showers or thunder showers may occur in several places in the central and Sabaragamuwa provinces and in Galle and Mathura districts in the evening or night. Before we wind up this news broadcast, let's look at the main points once again. The Foreign Ministry believes that majority of votes at the UN Human Rights Council will be received in favor of Sri Lanka. The report of the Cabinet Subcommittee appointed to study the recommendations of the Presidential Commission of Inquiry on Easter Sunday attack will be handed over to the President on the 15th of March. Work on the Sri Lanka's first LNG power plant to begin today. Health authorities advised to seek immediate medical attention if fever persists 2 days after receiving the vaccine. Coronavirus death toll climbs to 489. And with that, we conclude this morning news broadcast of Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.